Privatization presupposes, the word privatization presupposes that there is a transfer of ownership of that enterprise to private company. So railway is not even a company, it's a government department.
That's right.
So now tell me something, how do you transfer ownership of a railways to somebody else, number one. Secondly, no committee has ever recommended a privatization of the kind that you envisage, or I just explained to you what is meant by privatization. Bibek Debroy committee also has not recommended it. Thirdly, even if theoretically privatized, anybody in the world, any organization in India, anybody who has the capacity to take privatization of 51% or whatever is the value of railways, railways could be valued several $1 trillion. Would anybody would have that ability to do that? So where is the question of privatization? So question is, we deal with ideological debate, which does not result into any practical benefits.
Let me rephrase this question. I don't think the debate is about privatization. If I may rephrase the question, the debate is about a larger play for the private sector.
Right.
Why is it that very few avenues in the railways are open to the private sector?
What we are doing is something to make railways run better. So I am saying we need investment. Why we need investment? Because investment is the only way railways can become better. Investment, private capital is not coming, we are putting in public money into that. If private capital wants to come into some areas which does not impinge upon the public interest of the country, so as I said, in wagons, in case of any private freight terminals, in case of station development, in any areas where we don't have enough resources and we want to put money and the private capital wants to come in and private capital has any problem, so this is definitely possible with a framework that we are trying to create.
At this stage, because your funding requirement is largely on track, being taken care of, there were a lot of sovereign funds that were interested. There were PE investors that were interested. Are you talking to any of them at this stage because they wanted to put in the money in the railways?
See, you're absolutely right. In fact, there is a huge potential to get pension funds of different countries to invest into India. You have a possibility of using sovereign wealth fund of other countries to be invested in India. At a time when India's economy is going to be the fastest growing economy, at a time when there is no other country in the world which will have appetite for investment into infrastructure as much as India has.
Railways has a lot of land parcels. People think that should be monetized. Is that an argument that...
let me explain to you where the land lies. About 85%, maybe more. Land is next to the tracks. When I'm now going to do doubling and tripling and stuff like this,
you will need that land.
So we'll need that land. Then the second parcel of land is lying maybe near the station, some yards. So we are trying to create warehouses and we are trying to do that to make business operate. That is how we monetize it. There may be some land, some open spaces somewhere, and unfortunately already encroached, most of it. So therefore, theoretically, railway seems to have land. But just take a broader issue. In today's area where we are discussing the land acquisition issues like that, it's going to be more difficult. I have to pay 4 times higher than the market price for the railways to acquire the land. If I pay 4 times more, can the passenger will be interested to pay 4 times more fare? Can a freight operator will be willing to pay me 4 times more freight for that? Again, you are saying that I should rationalize it. So therefore, land available is a valuable asset.
That's right.
Rather than selling it, and that will be one-time money.
Leverage it.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/etnow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at etnowlive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/etnow.